and that's another thing I want to bring up. At no point did this have to escalate to anything more. They could have called me. Over 6 months, somebody could have made a phone call to me, and we could have tried to figure this out. But that wasn't how this was handled. And you know, stopping conversations from being cordial and civil to no resolution, that's weird. I tried to rectify the red tag violation placed on my property with documentation that I could provide, and was given no remedy. So what I need to know now is, when is that red tag coming off? Because it's not based on any law. There's no number listed on it for a code violation. And you did state that there was a code violation, correct? I have not heard that. And you told me to read the book. So I should search for that code?
So I said the International Residential Code is what?
Yes, sir. You told me to read the book, right?
So also I'm going to be putting a permanent sign up there for the no work order, right? I'm going to replace that red one with another one.
Based on what law?
Our city ordinances.
What's ordinance specifically, please?
And so this documentation is the documentation that we have already. I still need the documentation that I asked for the other day, Monday.
Did I provide you the picture of it?
You did not provide me the paperwork. I need the paperwork.
So you want me to reproduce something that was handed to this office?
We don't have a copy of it.
Okay.
So
And
the POA doesn't have a copy of it. So we're asking you if you have that paperwork, if you can bring that here.
Do you think Bubba would have issued the permit without the paperwork?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Right, then-
So what you're asking him to produce is something that he already gave you, that the POA doesn't have a copy of, he didn't retain a copy of it.
I mean, you went in there with me, you didn't find it in the POA
Correct.
file.
Correct.
So I need that paperwork.
Let me ask you.
But this permit is
by
for
what
the
law
carport.
do you have to require that?
What do you mean?
What law states I have to do that? Where are you standing here? Where's the authority and jurisdiction for this?
You
So-
can't use the law enforcement to enforce a POA paperwork
No.
violation.
So
What they consider it, right? So
So
that's the issue.
It's part of our process,
Yeah.
right? We won't approve a permit unless the POA's approved it.
Out of courtesy,
So that
not by law.
that is something that we do. That's a standard that we
It's
have.
a courtesy charter that
So-
you wrote here, right?
No, it's
Our
our policy.
It's a policy, correct?
Right, but it's
We
not a
do it
law.
for every subdivision.
But it's not a law. So you can't
The
use a
issue
policy.
could be raised
But I
of
also don't
jurisdiction.
have to give you a permit either.
But I did
So-
that, right? Did I do anything wrong? What is the accusation? That's what I'm gonna ask.
So
What did I do wrong?
There's multiple issues that we've got.
Please
so
list.
so the first one is, this is the permit for the carport that was built. Now you have another building being built.
No, sir.
That's not within the setback lines that are required by the city.
Everything was approved through the architectural committee and the city of exactly this project,
Okay.
100%.
So the POA doesn't have the documentation. I even tried to reach out
So
because you
there's a
stated it.
Second build?
No,
There's
sir.
a second
No,
building.
sir. No,
Yes.
sir. There is not. That is actually a lie. And based on what? Like, you saw the application, 1,602 square feet, and you did this last time. You did this when you
So-
said, you called it a residential building, and you said that all I got was a 288 square feet carport, and then all this other stuff. They're all attached, correct?
There was no square footage. It was
There was a
carport.
total square foot. Will you look at the picture, please, while we're here right now? I tried to show him, and he can look at certain parts but can't see the other parts. So I'm going to show you the picture of this, and it is clear as day. It says, this is the application from the POA. I took a picture of it because I turned it in here. Please look at this. And it does not say 288. It says 1,602. There's a drawing that I provided. I didn't do anything wrong here. I came here. I did everything I was supposed to do.
I'm talking about.
And you're changing.
You
you're
can see
saying
right
something's
here,
untrue.
square footage is listed as 0.
I didn't write
Okay.
that, and that is ridiculous.
So-
And is that where you're going to
but
stand on this, man?
that's-
Zero? How
that's
do I
for a
build on a
carport.
zero?
You
How do
have-
I build on zero?
You've got 2 separate buildings.
No, I don't. I have one total building, and that's not true.
Okay. So
Where are you getting that from? Where are you getting that it's more than one project? Why? This is my house. Is there 4 houses there? Is there
okay.
1?
I'm not going to go back. We went
You
through this
didn't
the other
do it.
day.
You're
sir.
saying
we went through
things.
this the other day, sir.
We didn't go
I'm
through
not
anything.
going. I'm not going back and forth.
Okay, got you. I'm here we go. Does it say 1,602 square feet, or does it say 288? And does it not? There's actually a picture. I'm gonna show you the picture, and it doesn't show what you're saying, and you saw it, and you're lying now, and that's crazy. Like, you have standards here, man.
So the tax assessment is based on the original documentation?
So the tax assessment has nothing to do with us, that's the
No, but
Central
what
Appraisal
I'm,
District.
no, but what I'm saying is that the tax assessment, before construction was started,
December 31st.
the tax assessor came out because he wanted to find out what the tax ramifications would be for adding 1,600 square feet. And the tax person came out, looked at everything that was on the ground, and gave him a number and said, this is gonna be your new property tax. So
Okay.
that paperwork that was given to the tax assessor is the same as what you're looking at right here. It doesn't say 200 square feet.
If you
It
look at
says the full 1,600
If you
square
look up
feet.
right now public data, you will see the square footages are already reflective of this being built before I even got permit. I agreed to that. I said, fine, I agreed to that. And then I came up here on March.
What date was that?
That was December 31st, New Year's Eve. The
Okay.
chief appraiser officer, Chad Hill, came to my house with another guy. He said, I don't go to people's houses, but he came and he looked and I said, hey, this is where I'm at. I want to build, but I don't want to get raped on taxes. And so I told them everything I was doing, every single thing. They reassessed my house. They fixed the mistakes that were made before with the appraiser. And I did this before I ever even came in this office. I came in here March 12th, got permit, went to the, that March 12th, I actually got signed off on my architectural committee. James Kelly, Gerald Gary came over, marked the X's on the ground. It said I would, no issue. And then I moved forward to here, paid my fee, and then I started. 6 months have taken place, and not a word except for Rodney Colburn at a POA meeting stating that I didn't have a permit, and the two people that signed it on the minutes told him to his face, we signed his permit, it is signed. So that is a record of law. You are stating I didn't have permission, and I did. And out of courtesy is what that is.
And this is, again, like we discussed before in the POA office, right? What you have is you have someone, I resigned from the POA board yesterday, just so you know.
Okay.
Right? I said, I am not gonna be part of a board where board members have personal vendettas against private property owners and use the POA in order to extract some sort of weird vengeance. I don't know what the upside is for them of taking this building down, but I'm not gonna be part of that POA any longer.
Okay,
Because
that's your choice.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
yeah.
And and they put you in this position.
I don't even blame y'all.
They don't.
I
Yeah,
don't.
this
I
is-
don't blame
this
you.
is
You were given
100%.
false information, man.
Hold on. This is 100% on them. I thought Rome was a stand-up guy, right? I didn't like Rodney from the get-go. That being aside, they are using you to try to create drama for him. To what end? What's the win here? We tear it down? What's the win here? Who benefits from someone who put in 230 feet of bulkhead for us for 31 grand? Okay, this is
287.
the issue, is that there's a policy, but there's no legal basis for withdrawing a permit based on the fact that the POA doesn't have paperwork.
So I have a permit for that carport.
Correct.
The carport.
It
says
says
carport
carport
deck.
deck. It's
It says-
breezeway, carport
Hold on.
deck.
It says
says
carport
garage.
deck right on the top.
It says garage as well, right there.
So-
Because I said I was gonna put doors on it, and that's why I did this.
Right.
So you didn't re-roof the house and you put in the breezeway, correct?
I put a roof over the structure, over the entire structure. There's a breezeway connecting. Let me show you. The breezeway connects this carport. Okay,
You
let me,
added that.
listen, no, let me.
Let's go in here.
Can y'all
I
come
wanna-
in here
let's go in
so
here.
we can
Sure,
business?
sure. Listen,
That's a good idea.
so I wanna explain why this is sounding funny when I say this. I already had these, let me show you something. I already had carports. Have you been to my house? You've seen
It's
it.
been a long time.
Well, I mean, listen, I had a carport already, okay?
So this-
But, so
what
listen.
is new?
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
That's-
All of it's new because this is what I was explaining, okay? And I'm explaining to you, and I'm sorry if you took me hostile, okay? I had a regular carport there, and I said I'm gonna upgrade it. So I put it on here just because I'm gonna rebuild it, okay? And it was a metal carport, okay? Like, you know what I'm talking about? When you buy a pre-made, you know, the metal carports. I said, hey, I wanna redo it, same thing, same square footage. I'm just gonna put 6x6s and then put a flat roof instead of the little stupid little carport thing. And I said, do I need a permit for that? He said, well, yeah, let's just do it. So I drew it on here. I also had a carport, whatever you want to call it, for my golf cart. I have a limo golf cart, right? I had a carport existing right here. When the tax appraiser came here, I was already being taxed that square footage. I elated to Bubba that I have one there that I threw together that's not very big. I'd like to make it look better, and I'm going to just do the same thing I did with the other carport and make it better, prettier, you know what I mean? That is it. So that's why, and here's the thing. I didn't do anything other than what I said I was going to do. Not one thing. I don't want issues. I have too many things in my life. I'm not wanting issues with you.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. But here.
So what have you built?
Listen, all of it. It's all built. That's another thing. It's already built. Only thing I did was rebuild this carport, add this breezeway. Okay? This carport was there. I pulled it out, took it over to Trinity, to one of my other properties. I built this, and all of this. There's a deck up here, okay, at 16 foot, there's a deck up here, well, 16 by 24, or whatever it is. I don't remember the exact numbers, but anyway, or 20 by, whatever. There's a deck up here, and in this envelope of the roof, okay? It's underneath this, not the full roof, it's just inside of this. And then underneath this roof, there's a carport that was a golf cart port. It was pre-existing, yes, sir. And I just rebuilt, like, made it look better, put 6x6s instead of 4x4s.
But you built a deck inside there, correct?
Correct, there's a deck up there, yes, sir.
And that's on the permit.
It's on the, I swear,
It's right here
if
on
you
the
look
permit.
at the video, you will see I said every single thing.
That's the way it comes out.
Oh, is that what, okay.
There would be a deck
deck.
down here.
Man,
Basically, what he needs to permit is the deck part at this point, because you redone the carport and stuff, but you built the deck.
it's part of the structure on the same roof.
It's
So-
And it was part of,
it's still
I never
it's-
once.
I can show you the
didn't-
picture, sir.
Yeah.
It's different from that.
It's different from what? Different
Well,
from
it
what?
was added, though.
It was always part of the
It-
plan. I built it first,
Yeah.
before I did
But
my
he didn't
roof.
charge you initially, right?
Man, that's onus on you, man, not me.
But-
I didn't do anything wrong. 6
But
months
it's
later,
also
come here.
right up against the road as well.
Not against the road, it's against it's
So
exactly the
it
marks.
doesn't have the 20-foot setback from the right of way.
Wow.
But it was pre-existing.
No.
correct?
it was
Correct. Correct, it was. There's 2 carports already there in the exact line.
Yeah.
No,
But
I-
they were
I've
already-
I've
got
pictures
The
of it.
house was already there,
pictures.
because most of them houses wasn't set right
Right.
in the house.
No,
in the
no,
deal.
what he's building is separate. Like, I can show you the picture, sir, if you want
Yeah.
to see them.
Go
Yeah.
get your phone.
Give me just 1 second.
Is this a money issue?
All right, Tammy, breathing.
Let me
Alright, so
see
we're
what
not
he
gonna-
got here.
So this is the picture of the carport that was permitted.
And the whole structure is part of the drawing, bro. Why do you keep saying that? It is all on
So
there.
now there's this whole new structure being built
And that's
here.
what the picture showed. Right. This is ridiculous. That's the carport I rebuilt. Okay, there's already a carport there. I rebuilt it. I said that. It was already a carport there. I was already been taxed on it. It didn't even change my tax assessment. Because it was the same square footage.
This is all new, correct?
All of that is new, yes, sir. Everything's new. Listen. Do you see that carport right there? That was where I had one of the metal carports in there. Did the same, 12 by 24. Did the same exact thing, just built it out of wood and did a metal flat roof. Okay, updated the post. Now, and then I have a breezeway that comes across here. This is the structure. If you look at my picture right now, you're gonna see this is it. This is carport, breezeway, and that is the structure. There's the VY with the pitch. This is the same project. How are you gonna split that now? And it says 1,602 square feet.
That should have been set back, though.
So,
I can see what the problem is. Even if that was existing and you rebuilt it exactly what it was, this shouldn't have been built.
I was approved, I marked on the ground, our architectural committee came out, everybody, it was 6 months later, you're gonna tell me I'm
What's
doing
the
something wrong.
ARAs? Who?
Chief
James?
Chad Hill. Chad Hill
No,
and his,
No, the ARA, which y'all,
ARA,
Jimmy and,
Jimmy, James Kelly and Gerald Gary, they're the ones that approved it. And I was 100%. I said, we don't know where the road's at. They took the road out a long time ago,
Yeah.
okay? And so there's a little bit of a distinction and problem. We don't know. Nobody knows where the middle of the road is, okay? Because the road's gone. It's a dirt road now. They ripped the asphalt
Yeah.
out. So there's been some problems. So what I did was pulled the plat, went to the city, went and pulled the plat from the clerk of courts here. You know, and literally checked off, and I did the measurement from the rebar. And I said, okay, there's my lines.
So do you have the
Hit your deal
full,
again.
Sir?
Hit your picture again for me.
do you have the full documents that show the complete document of the POA application where they have the approved spot?
That was turned into Bubba Cleveland.
Okay, so you don't have a copy of that?
Pictures.
I took a picture of it, man,
Okay.
and then,
Let me see your picture again.
yeah, I got you. Oh, shoot, what happened?
I don't know what I hit.
Well,
I don't either.
somebody here must have a copy of it,
Yeah, they-
because first they said they didn't have it, and then they said there was a
There's
forgery.
nothing uploaded, correct?
No, we don't have a copy
Oh.
of it.
Really?
So
Hmm.
that's one of those things. So the POA doesn't have a copy, we don't have a copy. We just have pictures of half of a document.
That's not half a document, that's the full
Partial
part of the
document,
document.
Partial documents.
That's the full document.
It's not the full document, sir. I can see where it's cut off.
Wow. What's part is not showing?
Who's president of the ARA over there?
Of
There
the-
is
of the
not a
POA.
president. It's the
Um,
POA
not
board.
The guy who
POA.
filed the complaint and pushed the red tag.
Can
The
I-
ARA committee's gotta be independent.
That's
of the
correct.
POA.
Oh, right,
I'm
right,
so
yeah.
glad that you just said that, because here's one of the things that I want
Because
to.
it's illegal for
That's
any
correct.
board member to be on
The state
both
stepped
boards.
in and separated those because of indifference and prejudice and stuff from people that are on the board messing with people's permits. And this is an actual violation of that board to represent themselves on a permit issue without the architectural committee. This is actually not their purview. They
So
cannot
you still
step
have to
in
go
this.
through your POA on
I
that.
did.
So-
I did that.
Well, the POA doesn't have a record, and the lady that has the record isn't gonna be there until tomorrow. So.
Right.
There is no record.
There
The
is
POA
no
doesn't
record.
have
There you
a
go. They don't have a
Okay.
record. Got
So
you.
we've already
Danny went through
established,
there.
you already
Yeah.
agreed
Is
that
that on
Bubba
me?
saw it.
Is that
or
onus on
else he
me?
wouldn't have issued it, so.
Is that onus on me? Is the onus on me?
You should have a copy of your file.
Is it onus on me by law? I'm required? What law?
Take it easy.
I'm sorry, but what law?
Take it
What are we
easy.
doing?
I know, listen.
You're law
this is-
enforcement, man.
This
You
is,
enforce laws.
this
This
is,
is not law.
the issue here is that the POA is claiming they don't have the proper paperwork.
I don't know what
That's
they're
why
claiming. We don't know what they're claiming, right? I
I'm
don't know.
talking.
Okay.
So I'm
So-
trying to reach out to the POA to substantiate his claim.
My claim?
That document was submitted in some fashion, but I reached out to the POA and the POA doesn't even have a copy.
No, you're right.
So,
You're absolutely right. So the
so there's no
POA,
evidence showing that this got to us.
well,
The
yeah, you
permit
already,
does. The permit
you
does.
already agreed that
You
Bubba
don't
saw
issue
it, or
without
he
a-
wouldn't issue the permit.
You don't issue without a
So-
drawing, a plan, and a packet. That's
So I
always
have,
been
I have the
way.
carport.
Oh my God, man. Sir, will you please instruct him that this is one, you can see it on the drawing. Why do you keep saying this, man? You have a vendetta then. You have a personal.
What? I take it easy.
All right.
I have no
No,
personal
this
vendetta.
was
That's not a
part of it.
carport?
No, this is more than a carport.
Wow. Really? What is it?
Well, you done said you built a deck up
I
there,
always said
so-
it from the get-go. I mean, it's a deck on top, but it's not a carport? What is it? When I put doors on it, will it be a garage? Because that's what I said, and that's what it says right there on it, garage. Because I told him I'm gonna put doors on it, he said, no problem, garage. I mean, I 100%, I didn't hide that deck, I didn't hide anything, man. Actually, we had a conversation about heights, because previously, the other mayors had told me I could go as high as I want. And Bubba informed me that 47 feet was a fire code and don't exceed it. I said, I'm not gonna go to 47 feet. I decided I didn't wanna pay the taxes for the extra level. And that's why I didn't go any higher. I didn't do anything wrong. I really wanna know what you're accusing me of doing wrong.
So my view is, you have this permit for this carport, which is right here. You don't have a permit for this structure here,
Based on what?
based upon the fact that you have not produced another permit for this structure.
This one permit now. 1,602 square feet is written on that application, bro. You cannot fit 1,602 square feet in 288.
Do you have the original application that was submitted?
I got a picture of it, Ben. I turned it in
Okay.
here.
Because
We're gonna keep going around and around, and you know that I
So
don't
you-
have that, so you're gonna use it
you
against
don't,
me?
you don't have it, the POA doesn't have it, we don't have it.
And it doesn't, it's not even required by law,
Okay.
right?
So.
So we're talking
you-
about something that's not even required.
You, right here is listed 0 square foot.
I did not write that. Do you
So-
agree? You agree I didn't write that?
No, I don't.
Is it my standard to have to correct
This
somebody here?
is a system-generated thing that somebody
I-
put information in.
So I didn't.
But if you were building a structure, square footage would have been in here, because that's how we calculate
So
for
how
our
do you fit the
structure.
carport in zero?
So,
How did I get a zero
so
square
for
foot
a little
carport?
carport like this is gonna be our minimum for this.
Listen, so it sounds like somebody made a mistake on your side, right?
No,
No, they didn't? Okay. That zero was placed by me.
no.
I wrote
We
1,602,
we
he wrote zero.
permitted a permit for this structure.
Just that one, huh? So my drawing only shows that, or are you not gonna admit
We
that
don't
drawing
have
shows
this
every?
document, the POA doesn't have this document,
You're
you don't have a
looking
complete
at-
version of this document.
And that's my fault, and I have to give that to
Is Jimmy in
you.
charge of the ARA? I think I got
Say again?
you. Is Jimmy in charge of the AOA?
There's
He's
three
not.
members
It's a
of it.
volunteer. He
I don't
doesn't
think
know
I don't think there's a president of the ARA per se, but there's three members.
Three members.
Yeah.
I think I got Jimmy's.
I have a copy of the addresses or the phone numbers that are in there.
So the issue is now that I didn't get permitted for this structure. Even though I started it the same day, and 6 months later, you're gonna tell me that I didn't have a permit for that the whole time? You never came over in 6 months to tell me that I didn't have a permit for the structure that I was building?
Well, they didn't.
I put all the posts in one day.
Listen. The city didn't get involved until somebody had a problem with you and then made an issue out of it.
That's correct.
That's how. That's the timeline.
Yeah.
So nobody had an issue with
If
this.
if he'd drove by and seen it, 2 months ago, he would have stopped you.
What if?
Probably he'd check this and.
Well, no, I mean, let's go over some facts, and we need to go look at some cameras. Didn't you say you never had a permit on me, couldn't find it? Couldn't even find it by my address, couldn't find that permit number?
I said
And then
for
you
this
said-
structure.
Right, you said that. You said there was
Yeah.
no permit, and yet when I gave you the number, you popped it right up, right?
So when I was out there, there was a permit, how far up?
Placed out.
Like
Placed out in
20,
front of the
30
window, in the front of the.
20,
it's
30
supposed to-
feet up.
Was there a violation with that
closest window.
placement?
So
That's the only window that's
not,
right
not,
there.
not observable even with
It's
me
not
zooming in
observable.
a camera.
That
So
was
like
not
I tried to
observable.
zoom in with my camera.
You
I couldn't
needed
do
to
it.
take a picture of
So-
this, you didn't have this on file?
I asked you for a copy, you didn't
You did
provide it
not, that
day.
is not true. You're
So-
lying. Get your
Okay.
body cam, you're lying,
Okay.
man. Okay, you asked me for this is what you asked me for?
So I asked you for
You don't have
paperwork on
access to that.
site, and you were demanding some other things.
What did I demand?
I'm not gonna go back and forth.
Right, you can't
Yeah,
remember?
Go-
No.
Just let him talk.
You told me to read the book and
No,
find my own
no,
No, it's
violation.
fine, we're done.
Kevin,
Are
let
we
him
done?
talk. Kevin, let him talk.
Oh, yeah. That's not true. So he's personal, this is a personal thing.
So it sounds like what this boils down to is that the optional paperwork from the POA is not in the county file, in the city file. Bubba didn't retain a copy of it. Obviously, he had it. That we have pictures of it.
I took the call.
We can print the pictures and show the actual document, but Bubba didn't retain it for whatever reason, right? Bubba issued a permit that says carport/deck because that's how the system publishes it,
Yeah.
right? He put 0 square footage, even though,
Yeah, that was on him there.
even though the assessor, the county was already
That's already
out
on public record right now.
he's already paying taxes on the additional square footage. So
How is that?
the remedy for this seems like, look, the structure's already built. It's improving the city of Onalaska. It's helping the property values
getting
of
more
people
taxes
who
out
buy
of
it.
it.
So it's helping the city of Onalaska. There's no benefit at all to the city to now go back and say, well, we screwed up, we didn't retain copies, we printed the wrong square footage on the permit. The permit that we issued that says carport/deck probably shouldn't have been tagged that way.
No, he shouldn't have.
Right,
That's
so-
the way it comes up, but the notes should have said something different,
Exactly. So
and it should
The-
have been billed different.
so what's the
billing?
what's the upside remedy here? What is the best solution? Do we go to court and have this big lengthy battle and then the judge decides if he has to tear it down or not? I don't think that's a good look. All right?
None of this is good.
I don't think it's a good
I
look
don't
for
like
the
the
city.
relationship that's now been formed
yeah,
between
and
me
it's,
and the city.
He
I mean,
helped.
this is
He
crazy,
helped
man.
so many.
I've donated
so
over
many people.
$1.4 million over my career, bro.
All right, take
and
it
I'm a
easy.
bad guy.
Take it easy. All right.
So
So
let me go through all this stuff before I leave today.
I need my
I'll
red
give you
tag
a
off,
holler.
bro. I need this off. I need to be able
yeah,
to
I think
move
that's
freely
fair
and do
until
my
it gets
life, bro.
until it gets resolved.
There's
What's
no
your number,
legal
Dan?
basis for this.
Say
There's no
again?
number
What's your
on
number?
it.
714.
714. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, Orange County. I escaped
Oh.
from California. 714
Mhm.
624
624.
9479.
9479.
And can I get one thing of clarity, please? One point. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong here? What is accused? What did I lie about? I've heard the words that I lied on this thing multiple times from you, and I want to know what exactly, right now, what code violation, what number, and what am I in violation of, and what did I do? What did I do to get a red tag? I want to know that right now. Because I don't know what I did.
It's on your red tag, sir.
It's blank,
All it
and I
says on
can
the
show
red-
you the picture.
All
of
it says on the red tag.
Listen.
Hold on, take it
Oh
easy.
my
Take
God.
it easy. Take it easy. All it says on the red tag is that the POA
But you look at that.
paperwork and
Look at
plans
this.
have to be
He's
filed.
crossed out ordinance.
So that's
and
not a
left it
code
blank.
that the city enforces.
I want this off my building. And there's a $2,000 fine. Where's that written at? That I get a $2,000 fine if somebody was to rip that off, I'd get a $2,000 fine? Do you make law here now?
Actually,
It's in our
we do,
city ordinance.
That's a city ordinance too?
Yes, sir.
A $2,000 fine? Well, it's still there, so you know. I mean, I don't try to break the law here. And I'm.
Let me go
Right.
through all this paperwork, then,
When can I get this red tag off my building? I'm 3 days in,
Well,
bro. I mean,
Do you have,
well, I'll be probably finished before I leave today. I'm
do you
sure.
have the copies? Have you sent him the pictures, the copies of the
I
thing you
sent
gave
him-
to Bubba?
I sent it to Kevin Arnett. He said that that
Okay.
was sufficient, and he said he was gonna give it to
Okay.
James.
I'll look through, Kevin
All right.
probably
Can,
sent
can,
it.
I mean,
before we leave, please listen. See, I'm trying to resolve this, and that's what I was gonna, sir, did I come here the same day to try to resolve this? Did I?
You came in same day, but
Okay.
you didn't bring the paperwork that was requested.
You have, okay, so, I asked a simple question. Did I come in here to resolve it, and was I invited here?
So you came here, but you were invited to bring the paperwork within
Okay.
10 days. You
Right.
didn't
So I
bring
did that, right?
paperwork. When you were asked to leave,
Was
you
I
also didn't
trespassed
leave.
from here?
So,
Under what authority and what reason was I trespassed from this building?
you can talk to the police chief if
I'm
that's
asking
about
you,
that.
you were there.
The police chief is the one that gave you that directive.
Okay,
I asked you to leave the building,
for what reason?
and then the chief came in and asked you to leave the building.
Why did you ask me to leave?
So you refused to both people, which is fine.
I asked for
but
supervisor, correct? And I said that we weren't done resolving. and
We're
I
not
was
required by
gonna-
law to
Okay.
have you see a supervisor.
Well, I mean,
Jimmy
at some point,
actually in charge of this board, or
there's
Say
no
again?
board.
is Jimmy?
Not really.
There's 3 members. I have the phone numbers in the truck,
I
but
think
there's,
I got Jimmy's.
yeah,
One I know.
it's,
Or James.
It's James.
I can get him on the phone right now, man.
It's,
You want me to get
Gerald
him up here?
Gary. I have 3 phone numbers.
There's 5 members, but Gerald Roll, who had a stroke, is gone.
Right.
And Jerry Mueller stepped down. He was the other name that was listed on there. You have Gerald Gary and James Kelly are the people that signed this. Multiple reports. If we have to get evidence to prove that is, but at this point, right now, James, listen, sir, listen. I'm asking a question. I came in here, I was trespassed under what reasoning, and where are we at on that? Because locking me out of a public building, okay, telling me that I'm gonna be arrested, threatening me with arrest for criminal trespass, for coming here to try to resolve this amicably, was I hostile to you? Was I hostile to you? Did I make any threats to you?
You were hostile in this building, yes, sir.
So that's
And that's
the
probably
charge.
right.
Yeah.
I was hostile. Okay,
Yeah.
so I was hostile because people called me liars and said I was aggravated by being stopped for no reason. Now, I'm gonna ask you this, okay? What's standing right now? I mean, this officer has put a red tag on my building. Under what authority and what exact code violation? This is 3 days now that I've been held up from construction, and I don't understand under what preview and what premise and what are we doing and why is
Well, let me go
why?
through all this stuff, then I'll give you a holler.
How long is this gonna take to get me back? Because you're holding my
Well,
life up, man.
Well,
for
I know
no
the
reason.
POA
POA.
office won't be open until tomorrow to even double check. Because I do want to follow through and make sure that we're not missing something there.
Yeah.
Did you miss the part about being legal and lawful? About having a law attached to this arm of the POA as a law enforcement agent?
There's no,
Who from the POA gripe?
say again?
Who from POA?
We don't know. He protected that like witness protection program, like I was trying to.
Oh, I know who
So
it was. It was Roan and Rodney.
Oh, Rowan.
They
And
told
the
me.
reason why I know that is because when I resigned and I sent a text message and said your actions are deplorable and I'm not gonna be associated with
Yeah.
it, Roan replied and said, oh, well, if he had just done what he was supposed to do, then the law wouldn't be involved. And I said, well, you just admitted that you went to the city over a POA paperwork issue.
Yeah.
And
He's
the,
excited
and
outside of this.
you guys don't have any jurisdiction over a POA paperwork issue. So
I
That's
work
where
with
this-
them all, but let me go through all this.
And I don't really wanna cause
No, I
issues.
can call you too, Danny. Now I got you.
Roger that, yeah.
While I'm here right
Right.
now, at any point, did I say anything that would offend or be viewed as hostile, or was I not civil, or did I do anything wrong to offend anybody?
Before I
else?
leave,
Okay.
I'll figure something out here.
Roger.
I don't even know what time it is, but I got time.
We'll let you
Was
shoot.
I unruly at any point, disorderly, or?
No, it's a case